In the middle of the Arabian desert, there exists a family whose influence stretches far beyond borders, markets, and generations. A family that controls one of the richest kingdoms on earth, and sits on the largest proven oil reserves in the world. This is the story of the House of Saud, a dynasty of power, wealth, and global influence unlike any other. But how did this family rise from the desert to become trillion-dollar rulers? And what does their economic empire look like behind the scenes? Let's break it down. Our story begins in 1938, when oil was first discovered in Saudi Arabia. At that time, the nation was still developing, and the royal family's wealth was nowhere near what it is today. But that discovery changed everything. Within a few decades, Saudi Arabia became the energy engine of the world, and the House of Saud became the most financially powerful royal family on the planet. Today, their collective wealth is estimated in the trillions. Not billions, trillions. But here's the twist, the exact number is a mystery. Unlike entrepreneurs whose net worth is publicly tracked, the Saud family's wealth is deeply intertwined with the state itself. Analysts estimate anywhere from $1.4 trillion to over $3 trillion in total assets controlled through the monarchy, national oil revenues, real estate, investments, and sovereign wealth funds. At the center of this economic machine sits Saudi Aramco, the most profitable company in the world. In 2022, Aramco generated more profit than Apple, Microsoft, and Google combined. And who ultimately controls it? The royal family. With Aramco alone valued at over $2 trillion, it's not hard to understand how the House of Saud became a financial superpower. But oil is only the beginning of their modern wealth story. Over the last 2 decades, Saudi Arabia has quietly built one of the largest investment portfolios on earth through the Public Investment Fund, the PIF. It owns stakes in Uber, Lucid Motors, Nintendo, Boeing, Meta, and countless global giants. They've spent billions creating futuristic megaprojects like NEOM and the line. Their strategy is simple: use oil money to build a diversified empire that will outlive oil itself. And behind all of this is a dynasty with more than 15,000 members. But the most influential branch today is led by King Salman and his son, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, often known as MBS. MBS is the architect of Vision 2030, a massive plan to transform Saudi Arabia into a global economic powerhouse. His goal: reduce dependency on oil, bring tourism, technology, entertainment, and modern industries into the country, and position Saudi Arabia as the financial heart of the Middle East. And whether you agree with his strategies or not, one thing is undeniable: MBS has reshaped the country at record speed. Under his direction, the PIF has grown into a $900 billion sovereign wealth giant. And it's still expanding. But the royal family's wealth isn't just in investments. Their real estate portfolio includes some of the most valuable land in the Middle East: palaces, private islands, massive compounds, and strategic land across Riyadh, Jeddah, and Mecca. They own luxury properties in Europe, estates in London, and residences across the world. Just one example, the Chateau Louis XIV near Paris, often described as one of the most expensive homes ever built, is linked to Saudi ownership. Their spending power is legendary. Private jets, superyachts, art collections, rare cars, and ultra-luxury shopping are part of their lifestyle, but unlike many wealthy families, this dynasty balances personal luxury with national strategy. A significant portion of the royal wealth flows back into infrastructure, development, and international alliances that strengthen the country's position globally. But here's the real secret behind the House of Saud's wealth: it's not just money. It's control. Control over the world's energy supply. Control over global investments. Control over massive development plans. And control over a kingdom that plays a central role in world economics and geopolitics. Yet despite their unimaginable wealth, the family remains shrouded in mystery. Their internal dynamics, financial structure, and decision-making process are kept extremely private. And that secrecy only fuels global curiosity. But there's a deeper question many people ask: what will happen to Saudi Arabia's wealth after oil? And that's where Vision 2030 becomes the most important project in the country's history. Billions are being invested into tech, gaming, tourism, AI, sports, and futuristic cities. Saudi Arabia is buying stakes in global companies, building entertainment hubs, and preparing the next generation of the royal family to manage a diversified empire. The House of Saud isn't just trying to stay rich. They're trying to build a post-oil legacy that will last for centuries. And when you look at the scale of their plans, the trillion-dollar projects, the massive investment funds, the global partnerships, it becomes clear that this is more than just a wealthy family.